This segment of Bridge Street is sponsored by Syracuse University.
You know, some of the most important lessons we learn come at the knees of our elders. The Community Folk Arts Center near SU is celebrating Black History Month with Stories My Grandmother Told Me, an exhibit by artist Lavett Ballard. She joins us this morning along with the center's executive director, Dr. Tanisha Jackson. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Ms. Ballard, what do you try to do with your work?
I try to tell really good stories. I try to be a visual storyteller, giving my culture uplift while doing so, and finding ways to do it that people outside culture can connect through timelines of history.
Talk about a little bit about this exhibit and what you were striving for.
Well, my mother passed last year from cancer in the beginning of the 2020, and it kind of spiraled me into this feeling of all of my matriarchal elders were now gone. But I still had the stories they told me, especially my grandmother who cared for me as a young child while my parents were both working. So I came up with this idea, and I mentioned it to Dr. Jackson that my upcoming solo I wanted to kind of dedicate to my elders, so to speak, and tell those stories of resistance, those stories of survival, stories of joy, stories that anyone can connect to while doing it in my own unique way.
Dr. Jackson, what brought Ms. Ballard's work to your attention?
Well, first, it is the medium that she uses. The fact that she's creating these beautiful collages on wooden fences is something that is extremely unique. And then also the themes that come out of her work. And so I really appreciate how she focuses on both the historical journey of the African diaspora, right, as well as personal stories and how those both connect. The other thing that really stood out to me is the scale of her work, because these are large pieces, but also there are small pieces, and together they speak and help to tell the story in ways that really compels you to look closely. There's so much detail in Lavett's work that every time you look at a piece, or I look at a piece, I see something new, and that fascinates me, and it makes it fun to exhibit her work.
Ms. Ballard, we are living in such a difficult era right now. What can art do to bring us together?
It can connect us because we all have experiences that need to be shared. We all are experiencing them in different ways culturally, but by connecting through our appreciation for the arts, connecting through the historical significance of what is going on at the time, and by using those two ways of anchoring that connection, we can really start to love what is going on around us and appreciate it more. So I really think art right now is at a good time. We are not able to physically be connected, so to be able to visually be connected is always a great metaphor for us as a community.
And Dr. Jackson, very briefly, COVID has presented a lot of challenges with art galleries everywhere. Talk a little bit about the situation right now at the Community Folk Arts Center.
Yes, so the Community Folk Arts Center has been impacted by COVID in ways in which we're not necessarily able to connect with the community the way that we, are used to. So we don't have in-house events and programs, but we've been able to innovate by creating an online gallery so that Lavett and other artists' work can be exhibited and visited online, as well as streaming programs and arts classes, performing arts classes, those sorts of things. And so we are still moving, and it's because of this that we still have in-house exhibits, because it's important to stay active. It's important to still create a platform for artists and also an outlet for the community. And so we're really excited about not only the online gallery, but our new film series, which highlights artists like Lavett.
Well, it's a treasure in the community. We thank you both for your time this morning. Tales My Grandmother Told Me by Lavett Ballard is on exhibit at the Community Folk Arts Center at Syracuse University, East Genesee Street, across from Syracuse Stage. You can see it in person by appointment only due to the pandemic. Their number is 315-442-2230, or you can experience it virtually at communityfolkartscenter.org. And we will be right back.